Hello there, welcome back to another one of my recipes, and today's recipe is a really nice recipe. It's for the whole family, the kids are going to love it, everyone's going to love it, it's really nice. And it's a spicy chicken fillets in a crispy breadcrumb. Now I've already gone ahead and sliced up my chicken to speed things up, and all it is chicken breasts, and I've cut them into these long strips like this. Okay, so cut them into these strips. And what I've done is I've coated them with Aldi chicken seasoning. If you're shopping in Aldi, just look out for it. Look for the pink lid, it's beautiful. So I've seasoned them in there, and that's going to marinate now for about an hour, but the longer you leave it, the better. So that's the first stage done. So the next stage will be to add the breadcrumb, which will be, and I'll be doing that in about an hour's time. So I'm going to marinate that in the fridge for about an hour, and I'll see you later. Okay, so it's time to now coat the chicken with the crumb. And what we've got here is some plain flour. I've got some ordinary white breadcrumbs, which I'll be using. I've got some chilli powder, some garlic, some thyme, some paprika, salt and black pepper. So the first thing we need to do is to tip some flour into this dish here. So tip plenty in, okay, so I'm going to tip in about that much. We can always add more if it dries up afterwards, so just put that out of the way, give that a shake, and then I'm going to add the breadcrumbs into this dish here. Just pour them in. That's it, put plenty in there. Okay, so that'll do for now. If we need more later on, we can add some more. Just give that a shake. Now I want to put a sprinkle of salt into the flour. Good splash, a good helping of black pepper goes in to the flour. Okay, that's it. Then we want to add in a teaspoon of paprika. Nice level teaspoon. Get that in there. Then we add a tiny little bit of chilli powder. So I'd say about a quarter of a teaspoon. That's it, about a quarter of a teaspoon of chilli powder. Teaspoon of thyme. Get that in there. And a teaspoon of garlic granules. Get that all in it. And now what you've got to do is to get that roll really mixed up together. Give it a good old mixing, like that. Okay. And then we need to get 2 eggs. And break them into a dish. Okay. And then we need to beat them, give them eggs a good beating up. And what we shall be doing, we'll be double coating, so we'll be dipping the chicken into the flour, into the egg, into the flour, back into the egg, and then finally into the breadcrumbs. Okay, so let's get this all beat up. And once we've done that, we'll just put them on this tray here for now. And then what we'll do after that, we'll put them into a deep fat fryer and fry them for about 1 or 2 minutes, because we want to get that breadcrumbs nice and golden. And then from there on we put them into the oven for about 15 minutes. 180 fan, 200 electric. I think that's about gas max 7. Okay, so that's well beat up there now. So this will be the order: flour, egg, flour, egg, breadcrumb. Okay, just going to put a little bit more breadcrumb into here. Make sure I've got plenty in there. That should do. Okay, so I'm going to put this to one side. Put it on there for now. Let's get the chicken out. That's been marinated nicely now for about an hour. So let's go. Get your chicken into the flour. Now it's going to get messy. It is a messy job, but trust me, it's worth it. It's really worth it. Okay. So give that a good coating of flour. That spicy flour that you've made. Okay. Then drop it into the eggs. Like that. Shake off any excess flour. Drop that into the eggs. Then give it a good coating with the eggs. Okay. Back into the flour again. Give that a shake. Back into the egg. And then finally into the breadcrumbs. Okay. Give that a good shaking. The breadcrumbs all over the top of it. So you're going to do that with all your chicken and then place it on your tray, ready to put into the fryer. So I'll just get all these done. Okay, so that's all my chicken nicely coated with a breadcrumb. So now what we need to do is start cooking it. So like I said, I'll put it into the fryer for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes, just to get those breadcrumbs golden coloured. Don't want to cook it, just to get the breadcrumbs golden coloured. Then once that's done, we'll put them onto this tray, onto this rack, put them into the oven for about 180, middle shelf, about 180 fan, 200 degrees electric. If you're using gas, I think that's about gas mark 7. And I've got some beans on the go. And when it comes to beans, there's only one, you know the one, which it is. And I've also got some fries from our local One Stop. Now they are oven chips, but I put them in the fryer, and trust me, they are beautiful fried. So I'll be using them, and I'll be doing the baked beans with the chicken. So I'm now going to start cooking the chicken. Okay, so we've got everything on the go. Got the beans ready to be cooked, heated up. I've got the fryer set to 190 degrees. This is thermostatic controlled, so when it reaches temperature it turns off. If you've not got one of these, you can put some oil into a pan and do it that way. But make sure you turn the pan off and be careful. So what we're going to do now is to start dropping this chicken into here. And we're going to cook it for about a minute. I've got this to lift it out with, so let's go and start with the first two. I'm going to do it 2 at a time. Now we just want this breadcrumb to be golden. We don't want to cook it as such. So just drop it in for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. I've got the ovens at temperature ready to go. So once I've done all these, I'll put them on that tray and then transfer them into the oven. It's getting there. It's getting there. There you go. So you see how the crumbs are nice and golden? That's what you're looking for. So once you've got that done, just lift them out. See how they're nice and golden? Once you've got that done, just lift them out, put them onto your tray, and then they're ready to go into the oven. So let me just get all these done, and then we'll move on to the next stage. So that's all my chicken coated off and browned off, ready to go into the oven. Just get these out. Okay, so that's everything now ready to go into the oven. So we'll get them in, time it for about 15 minutes. It usually takes about 15 to 17 and maybe 18 minutes. Just make sure it's cooked when you take them out. Okay, so let's get them in. Okay, set that timer for about 15 minutes. I just want to check it, make sure they're cooked after 15 minutes, but usually it takes about 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to part cook the chips. So I'm going to drop the chips into the fryer, cook them till they just start to crispen, and then take them back out again. And then once the chicken's finally finished, once the beeper goes, I'll drop the chips back in for about another minute just to brown off and finish off. So we'll get these chips into this fryer. A couple of handfuls, that's all we're going to need. Have a nice little fries they are from our local one stop. They're really nice. Supposed to go in the oven, but I fried them and they're really, really nice fried. So a handful for me, handful for the missus. Okay, get them back into the freezer. Get them into the fryer. Once just start to crispen, it only takes about 2 or 3 minutes, and then take them back out again. And then when you drop them back in afterwards, they're really crispy and really brown, golden, really, really nice. So let's get this done. Once the chicken's ready, it's just a case of dishing out, so I shall see you in a few minutes' time. Okay, so that's the chicken now done. So I'm going to turn on the beans to get them heated up, drop the chips back in for about another minute, and get everything dished out. So while they're heating up, we'll drop the chips back in. Just for about a minute, just to brown them off, finish them off, get them nice and crispy. I'll drop them back in again in a minute. Just get this chicken out. Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So it brings down to simmer. Final dropping in of the chips. Okay, they're gone now. Now we use crisp and dry oil. It doesn't leave them greasy, so it's quite nice. It's expensive oil, but it doesn't leave them fatty and greasy. So all I want to do is to just season these with some salt and pepper. And that's it, we're all done. So let's get the chips out. Okay. Now, I always put my beans into a dish because I don't like them on the same plate as the chicken. So I can drop some beans into there, like that. That one there. Get some nice pieces of chicken onto there. And there you have my spicy chicken in a crispy coated breadcrumb. Don't take my word for it, try it. Just beautiful. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get stuck into this. See you later.